Once again, I find myself at 4 o'clock in the morning trying to load my truck full of bike and camera gear, really questioning a lot of my life decisions that they require me to get up so early. If you're from Texas, specifically the DFW area, you know the pain of driving on 35. I've been on the road at this point for an hour, and I have made it 15 miles from my house, 5:30 in the morning, and you are bumper to bumper traffic because of never-ending road construction. Yep, that's a thing. This week we are in Oklahoma.
Where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
I know that's kind of out of focus. I'm actually using a real camera for all this. Well, we're heading to Big Cedar, Oklahoma to be exact. I don't know if that's actually the name of the town or just the trail system. That's where we're going. We're on our way for stop number 6, the last and final stop of the Southern Enduro Tour. This is the epic O-Rock Enduro. The reason this one's kind of gnarly is one, it's got a lot of really long stages. It's got a lot of really long transitions so long in fact that they actually offer shuttles in between some of the stages. So it's 2 epic long days of racing. I have not been, but from what I understand, it's a absolutely gorgeous venue. So I'm really excited to shoot this. I was kind of on the fence whether or not I was coming to this race, to be honest with you. So far, the registration for this race was kind of low. Last I looked, it was about 71. The weather is not looking super prime. Other reasons that I was debating this race, gas prices. Gas prices are back to like $4 a gallon, and this is a 4-hour trip for me. So that kind of sucks. We got about 2 hours of driving left. Let's get to it, see you when we get there. I have never actually been to the O-Rock race before. I didn't end up racing it last year. I did everything else. And I've never even been through this area of Oklahoma. And I tell you what, it's pretty awesome. The color is unreal. Everything, I guess, because of the amount of rain and stuff they've been getting over here. Everything is so lush and green. And I'm really hoping I capture some of that in my photos this weekend during the race, because it's beautiful. And we're here. We're finally at base camp. It's at Big Cedar RV Park, or Big Cedar Cabins and RV Park. Does not look like I'm going to be using the rooftop tent this time. Thankfully, I've got some friends here with a big old trailer that I'm able to park behind. But with as much as I'm going to need to use the truck during the race and stuff, the thought of putting up the tent, tearing down the tent each morning and stuff, while it's not hard, with the Tacoma, you can scoot the passenger seat way back, lay it down, and honestly, I sleep really good in it. I got to use the truck to get to a lot of the different transition points. I mentioned earlier they're actually doing shuttles for the riders to those points too, so I'm going to drive the truck there and then take the e-bike to my shooting spot after that. So that's kind of the plan. Pretty excited. It's going to be a fun weekend. All right, we are at the top of stage 1. It is still kind of raining. It's not too bad, but this place is phenomenal. It is so gorgeous. There's a nice little fog coming up here at the top. Like I said, still raining a little bit, nothing crazy. Got the old frog togs on. In the truck to get to top of stage 1, it still took me 10 or 15 minutes to get up here, so this place is pretty spread out. They're on their way up. I'm gonna start getting loaded up. I'm gonna kind of hike down just a little bit of stage 1 here. There's some rock and some other stuff that we're gonna shoot. That's what I'm gonna do now. We'll check back in a little bit. So this first spot we're shooting on stage 1 is kind of a rock garden. They're coming around turn. They come through this rock garden, not as fast as probably they'd like, because immediately behind me is kind of a big, sharp switchback turn. The spot's really cool though. All of that lush green that I'd talked about, plus the rocks with the moss and everything. So there's a lot of really good color with you got all the pine needles, the dirt. There's a lot of contrast there. You know, the contrast isn't the right word. Super natural, rustic feeling. And then you've got, you know, the rider who's coming down with, you know, the colorful kits or whatever. And that's where the contrast comes in. So with the weather, It's actually not too bad. Currently, I've got the R6 running at 1/320 on the shutter speed, running f2.8 on the 7200, and the ISO is right about 400. I'm having to kind of play with it a little bit, as with the overcast, it causes like glow. So as the overcast thins, it gets a little brighter. As it thickens, it gets a little darker. So you just got to kind of pay attention to your exposure on that. Other than that, though, this spot's a lot of fun. Tell me about stage one.
Stage one was fun, rocky at the beginning, but I did okay. A bunch of pedal strikes, bunch of them, fast and loose. Yeah, but we did it.
All right, y'all. Send it, Jeff.
Thank you, sir.
I think I found a spot I'm going to shoot here on stage 4. So again, not far from the top of the stage. The stage is super chunky, fairly straight coming down. And then this is the first real turn that I'm shooting. So they're going to be coming through this chunky stuff really fast. And then they've got to really check up into this turn. So I'm going to hit them right here in the turn. As soon as they clear the turn, there's a tree right in the middle of the trail. So they're going to decide whether to go inside or outside on it. I have a feeling a lot of them are going to go inside. Feels to me looking like maybe a smoother line. We'll see. Public service announcement. If you're one of the people that likes to bomb a trail or a race with a speaker blaring metal music, you're living your best life and you make photographers happy. So if we could just make more of that a thing, I'm all about it. All right, we are back at base camp, done shooting for the day. Great day for day one. Everybody that raced is super tired. So between stages 5 and 6, there's like a 10 or 12 mile transition. Everybody's trying to get in a little bit of recovery, including yours truly. So I'm gonna go get showered up. After that, I'm gonna try to get the photos and some of this video footage pulled and maybe get a little jump start on editing. And then tomorrow is day 2. So whole lot of more fun in store. Well, good morning. We're on day 2 of the O-Rock Enduro. I just got up here to the top of where I'm parking for stage 7, and I'm so excited because to get to the start of stage 7, I actually have to ride some trail today. Weather today is phenomenal. It's gonna be a little hot later today, but right now temperature's perfect. The sun's out, beautiful clear blue skies, like mountain bike photographer's dream day right now. All right. We're gonna ride our way over to stage 7. I started trying to hike some of this, and then I realized how long it was gonna take. So I went and got the e-bike. I was like, this would be way better if I was riding. So I rode a little bit of stage 7. And I found a turn that's going to have the sun in the riders' faces that could be pretty good, but I've done a lot of turn shots and I wanted to try something new. From what I saw of this trail, obviously I didn't ride it all. Nothing really stuck out as like, hey, that's going to be a cool shot. So, using my noggin, you know, something I've never done, starting gate shots. So the starting gate here for 7, got a big old rock right in the middle of it. People should be, you know, hitting the gate and really cranking into this first turn that I was thinking about shooting. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody do starting gate shots. Obviously it's not going to be super crazy on big feature stuff or even really that high speed, but something different, sounds fun. And I think you'll really see the riders, you know, pushing, right? The other thing I like about this idea is I see everybody that's in line. So as soon as the line's done, I know instantly and I can make my way to the next stage. So that's kind of cool. So we're gonna give it a shot. We'll see how they do.
This thing's making me nervous because, like, I mean, that's my race right there. You know?
Very rocky, very turny, and lucky to get through it.
It's fun, brutal, long.
That is a wrap for my weekend here at the epic O-Rock Enduro outside of Big Cedar, Oklahoma, on the Ouachita National. I'm not going to pretend to know how to pronounce it. It has been an absolutely epic weekend. We got 2 great stages of shooting on day 1. Today we only shot stage 7, just the way the logistics and everything worked out. Got really creative on it, happy to shoot the starting gate and change things up a little bit. I've had just so much fun this weekend. For a weekend that I was very on the fence about because of the weather and everything else, it has been totally worth it. The other thing's been totally worth it is y'all's support, man. I put a post out on social media earlier this week. I'm trying to hit that 100 subscribers on this channel, and I went from 60 to 97 in like 3 days. Y'all are awesome. It's amazing. 3 away. I don't like saying this, but if you will, hit that button for me. I'm almost there. Next goal is going to be 1,000. Not really going to push hard on the goal yet. I want to get some more content out on the channel before we do that. So we'll push for 1,000 here soon. I want to get some more videos out because I know when I watch YouTube and I find a channel I like to binge watch. Hopefully this video is my best quality ever. Hopefully you really enjoyed what you saw. If nothing else, even if you don't want to hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. What do you want to see? Southern Enduro Tour is now at an end. Doesn't mean the race shooting's at an end. And we still have Trail Party later this year, and it's all in the name. It's a trail party. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. Hit the subscribe button for me. We're almost to the 100 subscriber goal. Custom URL is in my future. Thanks, everybody. We will see you at the next one. Later.